February, Yellowknife had a nearly 4-hour-long power outage, the longest in about a year. But how does a power outage like that happen? And how is power restored when it's out? Well, let me explain the Yellowknife power grid.
This is the big picture. Electricity needs to be generated. Then someone needs to take that electricity and get it to you, the customer. In the NWT, two companies generate and supply power: Northwest Territories Power Corporation, or NTPC, and NACA Power Utilities. In Yellowknife, the NTPC is the one generating electricity, and NACA does the supplying. So how do they generate that power? At its peak, Yellowknife needs 34 megawatts of power. The primary source of power for Yellowknife is the Snare Hydro Plant. That's here, about 140 kilometers away from Yellowknife. These 6 turbines of 4 plants are the main source of electricity.
So as the water passes, like 1 liter or 1 gallon or 1 cubic meter of water passes through one of the plants, it hits the next plant, the next plant, and the next plant. So we utilize every piece of water 4 times as it runs through the entire hydro system along the Snare River system. So you can almost think of that as a battery. Like the water is a battery that's storing all that energy. There is only one transmission line that comes from Snare all the way to Yellowknife. So one singular source of power supply, and that's a single point of failure.
So if something goes wrong with that transmission line, how can they meet that demand? Well, let's go back to the map. If something goes wrong with the Snare Hydro Plant line, there's another hydro station about 40 kilometers from Yellowknife called Bluefish Hydro. Here, Bluefish has 2 hydro turbines totaling 6.6 megawatts of power. Then there's Jackfish. This is a diesel plant that can generate 26 megawatts of power, just short of the city's peak usage.
Site, a traditional yearly shutdown, or there has been an alarm or something that we have to deal with an issue at one of the hydro sites, then we would traditionally, seamlessly bring on a diesel genset. You wouldn't even know there would be a disruption of power in the city.
Think of this as demand and supply. If the city needs 28 megawatts, the Snare plant can supply that. But if the demand goes over, sources like Jackfish and Bluefish can pitch in. That's how power is generated. How does that get distributed? The NTPC brings all the generated electricity from the Snare Hydro site to the Jackfish substation here in Yellowknife. From the Jackfish substation, NACA takes over. NACA sends electricity to 3 stations: Niven, Bison, and Butler. So if you're in Yellowknife, your power comes from one of these substations. And if you think your friends are always getting their power back up before you, well, that's probably because they are. There is an order in which power is restored. Now let's talk about how the system can be disrupted, aka power outages.
It could be really windy and that could cause an issue. It could also cause lines to break, poles to break. If you get a big frost storm that comes through the area, it causes a lot of weight on the conductors. It can break things. So there's all sorts of different things. The biggest risk that we have right now is wildfire, as far as climate change.
The other common issue is wildlife. Here at Jackfish, they use these sounds to keep ravens away. But even with that, power outages can occur. So when something fails on one of the power lines, there's an automatic system to open the breakers. Those switches open to isolate the problem from the rest of the circuit, to save it from high voltage damage or short circuiting, exactly like the breakers in your home's electrical panel. They also trigger an alarm, so NTPC and NACA will be able to see where exactly the system faulted and investigate. And outages are important for public safety. For example, if you run into a power pole, the system would fault. If it doesn't...
Well, I guess ultimately there could be electrocution, there could be fire, there could be anything from an electrical source, right? The electrical energy would want to go to the nearest point that it could release its energy.
But sometimes there's a full system outage, like the recent one. Whenever there's an outage, both NTPC and NACA investigate whether it's a fault at one of the generators or at the distribution site. If the fault is at the Snare plant, NTPC can fire up diesel plants and provide electricity. When it comes to the recent outage, though, it was on the diesel side.
So the fault tripped everything. It was a full system outage because of this fault. And now it also prevents us from recovering with diesel because it's on this side. The operator at Snare has to go from plant to plant to plant to plant to go and reset these plants. So typically We can restore much quicker because we just fire up diesel and we come back with that. But that half of our system was basically taken out of the picture until we find the fault. So calling in electricians, getting them to dig into it, takes time to figure out exactly where the fault was located. And then, like you'd mentioned, coming back with hydro is a slow process.
Now, both NTPC and NACA test this independent power grid is efficient and reliable, but admit there are growing challenges, mostly due to climate change.
One of the primary things for climate change would be the extreme low water event that we just went through, right? Where the snare system didn't have the traditional amount of water it had in a normal water year, and we were quite restrained with the amount of water that we were able to push through the hydro sites. So as an offsetting value, we had to use diesel to offset that amount of energy that in a normal water year that's available from our snare hydro system.
NTPC also says it's getting harder for them to access winter roads to get to the snare plant. But recently, the federal government said it will fund the expansion of the Taltson Hydro plant, adding 60 megawatts of renewable energy. That plant will be connected to snare, and that could change how you might get your power in the future.